Black history is such an important part of just the history of the formation of North America. So I feel like it's just like if you want to learn history, you have to learn Black history. Today we're going to learn a little bit about Black history and how it relates to the present. We are actually, truly, from a biological standpoint, guys, there is only one race. And I remember it was the first time I became aware of race and being other. So what I did, I used this real life situation that was really sad and frustrating, and I took this art form known as slam poetry, which has its origins in hip hop, which has its origins on slave plantations, and I used artistry as a weapon against this horrible situation. And that's kind of some of the stuff we're going to talk about today. How enslaved people on plantations had their art form and their music evolved to be used as a weapon to survive very, very difficult circumstances.
I think it's a really good way to teach modern day generations about what happened in the past and to really give an insight of this terrible history and so we don't do it again.
I said, "Mommy, he called me the N-word and said my skin was doo-doo brown, acting like this was no place for me and I should leave this town." My mother touched my little head. My father said, "Son, listen. You can't use violence every time someone is dissing." Then my folks, they spoke in unison, and this is what they said. They said, "Your skin is brown like Ella's sound, Mike Jordan's round ball head, like mango trees and fallen leaves and freshly baked sweetbread." Thank you, guys. So they, at the time, of course, it wasn't called beatboxing because hip hop did not exist, but they would use percussive sounds with anything they had available to them. So there was a style of music called jug band music that evolved from this, where they would use spoons, they would use washboards, whatever they had to make music. And beatboxing, the most basic form, the human voice, right?
Well, it's not just about all the bad things that happen, but it's like embracing our history and culture. So I thought that was really cool.
I knew generally about Black History Month, but I didn't know about it in details, and I didn't know how gospel music and what gospel music actually was. I never looked at it as the way that it was presented today. So it really broadened my horizons, and I learned a lot of new things about it.